Hey Future Muskies, I'm here with a group of Xavier students and we're here to kind of answer some frequently asked questions asked by high school students. So all of this is real and completely unscripted. So we'll get started with introductions. My name's Elena. I'm a first year criminal justice major with a public relations minor from Centerville, Ohio. And I really chose Xavier because of the community and how involved everyone is.
I'm Austin. I'm a junior business analytics major from Chicago, Illinois, and I chose Xavier because my tour guide was awesome.
I'm Yamilet. I am a primary ed major and I'm a junior, and I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I chose Xavier because of the community and everything that there is to do on campus.
My name is Jackson. I'm a senior management and marketing major from Columbus, Ohio, and I chose Xavier primarily because it had my major and it was a location that was very close to home.
I'm Jasmine. I'm a first year biology major from Granville, North Carolina, and I chose Xavier because of the high acceptance rate into med school and then the huge study abroad program.
I'm Alan. I am a computer science major. I am a senior. I am from Denver, Colorado, and I chose Xavier primarily because of the community. The computer science program was great too, and just the vibes of like the basketball team and just like the sports here on campus.
Okay, first question. What happens if I get sick or have mental health issues when I'm at school and away from my hometown doctor? I would say our partnership with TriHealth is a huge thing. I've personally been there twice this semester because I get sick really easily. It's a doctor's office on campus in our Health United building. They have a pharmacy so you can get your meds if you need, and they're really just a great resource to have.
The mental health services we have here are like so awesome. I think that that's kind of a big thing. Being far from home, like I said, I'm from Chicago. So sometimes it's a little difficult to kind of adjust being far away from your family. I think that's a big part of coming to college, is kind of like growing out of your family and being on your own. And the mental health services are like so helpful. I've met with them 2 or 3 times, and I think that that's something that's really helped change my life.
And they're free. Take advantage of it while you're here.
And you can meet with like students who are primarily in psychology, but really there's a health and counseling services office that's in the hub, as well as the doctor's office too. So if you want to meet with a professional, you can do that, but you can also meet with students. That's a little easier.
They also have a room for if you don't want to meet with a professional and you just need a space to kind of be by yourself and like color, relax, whatever. They have like a room where you can do that as well within that space.
Yeah. They also they do a lot of walk-in appointments too. So it's a great opportunity for you, like if you're having a certain feel on a certain day, at any random time, really, obviously when it's open, but like at any random time. They also have a hotline where you can call in and talk to somebody. Can't memorize the hotline right now, but we'll have it when you get here. So it's just like a really great environment they have going on, especially with like the walk-in options where you can just go in at any time and meet with somebody and talk to them. So I really love it.
Yeah.
Can I relax?
Yeah.
All right, our next question is, what is your favorite thing you've been able to do since coming to Xavier? For example, class project, campus event, study abroad, etc. My favorite thing I've been able to participate in is Manresa. It's our orientation team program. To me, it's like the most fun thing possible because I love meeting new people, and it's kind of an ability to see people from all different areas and ages come together and really celebrate our community.
I was able to go to Ireland through the ed department to get my children's literature and my credits for special education, and it was really fun to be able to kind of learn about their experiences with special education and how it differs from the U.S., and that was something that I really will take to heart and use in my future career.
I think my favorite experience thus far has been starting a business on campus. I'm a business major, so I got the opportunity last summer to work with a local entrepreneur on putting a restaurant in the business school. And so I think that's been my favorite part so far. And I got to interview roughly 30 to 40 other students and hire them, and basically experiential learning jobs on campus.
That was you?
Yeah.
I talk about you on tours every single time.
Don't say his name.
I didn't know it was you either.
I just be like, it's a student-run business. A student created it. I had no idea it was you.
Myself and another student created it last year.
Congratulations.
Yes, shout out years to her. I've done a lot, so it's kind of like hard, not even trying to brag. But if I had to definitely pick one thing, well, honorable mention is camping out in 25-degree weather. My sophomore year for a cross-hour shootout. Shout out Xavier basketball. But if I had to pick like one thing personally that I did was become a tour guide. I was pretty shy in high school. Wouldn't want to talk to anybody. So the fact that I've grown to being a tour guide for 4 years here on campus has been amazing for me. Just meeting new families, interacting with them, convincing them to come to Xavier, which has a pretty high success rate. And now I'm a good tour guide, so not trying to once again. But it's just really great interacting with new families, connecting with them in the long run. It's also just like a blessing when you're walking to class and you see somebody you gave a tour to, meaning they came to Xavier, which is always just like the best thing ever. So being a tour guide is definitely top one.
Second that.
That's
Yeah.
super cool. I haven't been here as long as like some people. This is my first semester. However, like my favorite thing right now would be like the basketball game still, just even like experiencing that with like all my friends and stuff. And that was one of the main reasons I came to Xavier. Like, of course, like the med school, right? But I had watched like Xavier basketball growing up and even seeing them in March Madness. So being able to experience it in person, it's very different.
Yeah, I'm on the same page as Alan. And Jasmine. I'm in my first semester here too, but being a tour guide is like one of the greatest opportunities Xavier has given me so far, because you just get to meet so many new people. You get to be a mentor for people younger than you, which is a first year I didn't even think was possible. But it's given me like so much outreach, and I've met so many people from it. Do you have polls?
Sure. Okay. What is there to do for fun on campus? What about on the weekends?
Can I answer this? Can I
Yeah,
start?
please.
All right. I saw this earlier, so I thought about this. My ideal weekend is literally waking up, going to the gym, going to get coffee after, and then going to get lunch. And you can do all that here, and I love that. I don't live on campus right now because I'm a senior, but when I was on campus, my first 2 years, I loved waking up on a Saturday morning and going up to the hub and getting a workout in. And then we have coffee shop that is just, it's technically not on campus, but Starbucks is up the road, and it's walkable. There's also another coffee shop called Birdie's that I love to go to. That's walkable as well. And then there are multiple places to eat, whether it's Rookwood, whether it's Kenwood, whether it's Newport, to go eat for lunch. Sorry, I wanted to say that.
What do I like to do? I do a plethora of things. I will say I'm a very big explorative kind of guy, so I like to just like do new things, and I feel like Cincinnati has really given me the opportunity to like do things I've never done before. So just like being able to explore the Cincinnati life, like city life, is pretty cool, especially going downtown to places like, I don't know, OTR, the Banks, places close to like Paycor, which is the Bengal Stadium, and just be able to do things. And also the festivals that go on in Cincinnati are pretty cool, like Oktoberfest, the Lights Festival that happened last year, which happens annually every 2 years. So it's pretty nice how Cincinnati has a lot of things for you to do, especially me being a big sports guy, having a lot of like sports teams that you could possibly root for, except on the baseball side because I'm a Rockies fan. We don't do that here. But, just having a lot of sports teams to root for is just amazing in Cincinnati. So there's definitely a lot of stuff to do when you're bored on campus.
Yeah, kind of going off that and kind of answering the on-campus part, Xavier really has so much to do, and I feel like that's what kind of sets us apart from every other school. The Office of Student Involvement is so good at setting things up. So if you are a sports fan and you have no way to get there, they're constantly offering discounted Reds tickets, Bengal, like everything. And they have so many events constantly going on campus. So it's a great way to like get involved, stay entertained. There's always so much to do. Okay, does anyone have anything else?
I mean, I like to say that I like to stay in a lot. I'm kind of like a homebody. I don't really like going out too much to the city. So I guess that would be fine no matter what school I go to. But personally, I'm a junior. But next year, I'm going to be living on campus again anyway. I just really like the community. Like, I can totally agree that, like, I'll wake up, I'll go grab breakfast, and I'll go play basketball for a couple hours. I think that having access to the hub and really getting that kind of community, meeting people, that's how I met Ellen over there, is always, no, seriously, it's always such a good time. And it kind of fills you with that Xavier love. I know you guys know what I'm talking about, and hopefully at some point you can feel that too. Yeah.
Pretty great.
Do you want to type? Sure.
Great questions.
Okay, the next question is, I'm coming to Xavier from a few states away. What is Cincinnati really like? How hard is it to get adjusted to campus? And then they said, I'm worried I'll get homesick. Well, I can speak on this because I'm from Milwaukee. I definitely thought I was going to feel really homesick, and at first I did, but then there's such a huge amount of activities and like such great groups of people around campus. It's really easy to fix being homesick, and I feel like being from Wisconsin, I'm 6 hours away, but 6 hours is like a drive away, and there's plenty of people that live states in between that go home often that could drive and carpool and stuff, so I really wouldn't worry about that as much as you think that you should.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Being from North Carolina, I'm also pretty firm, 9 hours away. And although I thought like when I got here, it was a big adjustment, but Austin did mention like our freshman orientation, Manresa, they filled us with like so many things to do. We were able to meet like so many people in like the groups they put us in. And it was hard in the beginning, but there's like so much to do on campus. You meet so many good people. I just love the community at Xavier. So even when I recently came back from break, I was like, wow, I'm back at Xavier. So it was really nice.
I mean, I also had like a hard time like adjusting being all the way from the big 303. So it was pretty hard like being able to get used to being so far away from home. I also have family outside the country, shout out Ghana. So having like family that's so far away, both in country and outside the country, was pretty hard. But Cincinnati has like so much to do. You're gonna get distracted like very easy. And I have a tendency to get distracted very easy myself. So by the time I was like here for 2 weeks, it wasn't like I forgot about my family. I'm not gonna say that. But I am going to say that it was very hard for me not to enjoy where I was because there was something always going on. And I had such a great community that welcomed me, especially in the African-American community, being a part of a lot of peer orientations like Smooth, and obviously going into Manresa and meeting more people. Smooth transitions is what I was referring to. There's a lot of opportunity to like meet a lot of great people. So that was amazing when I had that opportunity when I first came from out of state. And, 4 years later, I call Cincinnati like a third home because there's two other places I'm from, but it is still a home to me, and it's just been great being here for 4 years of my life.
I've also met some really awesome people from Cincinnati whose families have kind of like adopted me in a sense, and like they welcome me to their homes on weekends, and they've made dinners for me when I feel homesick from my mother's meals and stuff like that. So
Chad, do I next?
Oh, sure.
I heard that I'll have to take a few theology and philosophy courses at Xavier. What's that all about?
I'm a first year in my first semester taking a philosophy course, just an intro one, and I'm not strong in the topic of philosophy, I would say, but I personally really enjoyed it. It's one of my favorites. I mean, my class contains just like reading about, like we're reading Aristotle right now, and then you discuss it in class, and then you write 2 essays, and it's pretty straightforward. I think it's really fun, and that's most likely a lot because of my professor. I love Dr. Stravell. Take him if you come here. He's fantastic, but I also think like everyone has a different experience, but in the end, like it's 2 philosophy courses, 2 theology. That's only 12 credits of like the hundreds you'll take here at Xavier, so it's a small part of the experience.
Yeah, I can agree that as like a first year, just taking I don't take philosophy yet, but I do take theology, and I wouldn't say I love theology, but I do love my professor. I have Dr. Leon, so if you come here, you have to take him. He's literally the best. But yeah, And it's not even about like what you would think, like she was mentioning. It was just like he told us like he's just advocating for every religion and not like trying to convert us, which I thought was super cool, and it's a great experience.
It's good to challenge critical thinking, like critically think about those things. Because like before I got here, I went to a public high school, and there were a lot of like religious schools around me that those students had taken theology courses and philosophy courses, and it was a first for me. But I went into it with an open mind, probably like we all tried to at least. And I had a really good professor for my theological foundations. My intro to philosophy I didn't love because it was, I think the way that the course was like designed, and it is different depending on the professor. But my two that I got to pick for theology and philosophy, I loved because I was able to have a little bit more freedom within choosing what I was learning. And I got to pick my professor, which I think also helps a little bit once you know enough about who are some of the better professors that just maybe challenge you a little bit differently, or you resonate a little bit more with, and kind of their message. I think that really helped me embrace the theology and philosophy courses that you are required to take.
I had to retake philosophy 1 because I'm not a big reader. Like, I just never have been. So, like, that was, like, really, like, a slap in the face pretty. That was, like, a lot for me. But honestly, like, once I took a different professor, and it was, like, way easier. The way that she explained everything was so much easier. And then for theology, if you go to a Catholic school, for me, at least, I was able to test out of the 300 course. So, yeah.
It's huge. For real. For me personally, I'm a very avid reader. I really don't come across as such, but like I generally love to read. So when philosophy was put in front of me and we were reading like a lot of stuff, I was like, oh, maybe it's not so bad. Yeah, this might be but I really loved my philosophy professor. Shout out him. I'm not gonna say his name because I'm gatekeeping you taking him because yeah, he's a legend and I want him to stay my legend. Okay, fine. I'll say it. Shout out Mr. Clark for real. Shout out Professor Clark. Anyways, but I personally just love the experience of being able to take something that was outside what I'm used to, especially coming in from high school. High school, I wasn't taking philosophy or theology classes. I wasn't learning anything in that realm. At least at my high school, I wasn't. So just being able to learn something new, and also like it incorporated a lot of like discussion as well. Like I'm getting to know other people while they getting to know me, and what I was enjoying about like the whole topics and everything was pretty cool. So that was really nice, just to be able to take it and explore that for a little bit. So I really enjoyed my experience with it.
Can I add on to that real quick? That you made a great point. Like when you're in those classes, usually it's a mixed bag of people from different majors, different grade levels, different hometowns, and you really do get to hear how your peers think. Like, as we're all different and we all think differently, but it's nice to kind of have a space where you can do that somewhat safely, and be able to actually hear from how your peers think. I think that's really cool, and something that, because the class size we have here is roughly 22 students, it's more like high school in a sense, like the class size, but you're not in a big lecture hall where you're not hearing from your peers and it's just the professor. You're getting to have those like discussions openly with everyone, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think to kind of add on to that, just from only taking like a 100 level philosophy class, I've learned a lot about myself too. Like I've learned a lot about philosophy in the course, but it's also opened up into like my own personal beliefs and values, which I think is something that's really cool, and kind of something that's like below the surface of what you think of when you think of like taking philosophy or theology.
Totally.
Okay, anyone have anything else? Okay, all you.
How hard is it to make friends at Xavier?
Not hard at all. I will personally say not hard at all. Because it's not personally because of like who you are. It's like you're gonna be so outgoing. It's like generally really hard not to make friends because you're gonna meet everybody at like one go. Like as soon as you get on campus, you're gonna meet people in neon green shirts screaming at you, "Welcome to Xavier!" you're gonna probably make a friend out of there. It might seem like it's an acted friend or something like that, somebody behaving, just trying to act like they're a friend, but you're gonna be walking to class and they're gonna say hi to you because they remember you. That's the evenness people are to be your friend on campus. And because of we've all mentioned a lot about the community that is on campus, it's very tight knit. So when you meet somebody at a club event on the first day, you're gonna see them again. They may not say hi to you the second time they see you, but the third time they probably will. So it's really easy, I would say, to make friends. I wouldn't say an immediate standpoint, but in the long run, the more things you involve yourself in, the more things you go to, the more friends you're making along and stuff.
Yeah, that's facts. I think I echo everything you just said. It's Manresa is seriously one of the coolest things that we offer, in my opinion, because when you get here, literally driving up to the move-in crew, I was terrified. I would just, it's so intimidating having all those people so excited, and you're like, oh my gosh, what are they gonna think of how much I packed, all that stuff.
Jumping in your car.
Yeah, and
Shouting your room number.
yeah. And so it is very intimidating. And prior to getting to Xavier, just being an incoming college student, you're probably like, what is that gonna be like? I didn't have any older siblings. I'm an only child, so it was a first for me and my parents. And so I echo everything you said. Is Manresa, you get there and you have a built-in group for the next 3 days that you are getting to know, and it's really nice to have that. One of the kids in my Manresa group was my roommate for 2 years here, so it's really nice to have that, and that's a really cool thing that we offer. And again, like Alan said, you just run into people so frequently here that it's 3 hellos, you guys are basically best friends. So you're gonna be just fine once all that stuff happens. And you have classes with people too, and you see them in the building. So
You say run into people,
every day.
You'll probably see the same person at least 3 times a week because of the way
Day.
classes.
Weekend, in the gym, especially if you're going somewhere at the same time every day. Go to the gym at the same time, at 8 p.m. every day. I see the same group of people.
Or just when you're walking the altar, Sarah's schedule and everything, and the same people are walking out of class while you're walking to class, and then you make that eye contact with the person that's oh, hi you. And then you just walk back, and then you walk back and you see the same person, and it's just do I say hi again? And what do I do? So, I don't know. It can be a blessing and a curse sometimes.
Yeah.
So just get ready for it, Pyro.
I think I can say there's not a single time after my first month here that I've been walking somewhere or I've left my dorm and I haven't seen someone I know. But not in a bad way, in a good thing. Yeah. And that's where I think one of the biggest things I can stress, as a first year, is just say hi to people, wave, say hi. And one of the great things I noticed about Xavier, working with a lot of upperclassmen, is I haven't ever noticed a stigma around it. I consider you're my friend, you know what I mean? You're a junior and no one looks down on you for being 18 or just getting here 5 months ago. Yeah, you're my friend too. Don't worry. Yeah.
What about us?
We're all friends. That's the thing is everyone's friendly and they want you to succeed here. And all of the upperclassmen know what it's like to be in your shoes. When you're driving up and when you're terrified, seeing all of these people screaming at you. But I can say it feels genuine.
Yeah. I feel Alan probably doesn't remember, but he was one of the first people that I met here at Smooth Transitions.
No, I do.
Oh, yeah.
No, it may seem
hang out in
because
my
of
dorm
the
all
way.
the time.
Yeah, I do remember. It just
And
seems
then,
my eyes seems there's no thought behind it, but I genuinely do remember. Yami was one of my first friends here because we both did Smooth together and we hang out in her room all the time. Generally, it was just there even be days that we don't. I don't want to say don't go to Smooth, but we just be in Yami's room just chilling out. So
we kind of because Smooth Transitions was kind of the same as Manresa. So but it was for first gen and people of color, which also if you are a person of color and or first generation and you are looking for a group of people to meet, that was a really great opportunity for me to see people who are like me and be able to experience that before the entire freshman class came to campus.
yeah, just to echo that, because that is a great reminder of something that I personally thought about. it could get like, as a person of color myself and as a person that identifies with the African American community, it can get really hard when you first come to Xavier and you're wondering that, am I gonna be in a class with somebody that's like me? Am I gonna meet people that's like me effective immediately? But when I did Smooth and everybody there was like pretty much like me in a sense, or pretty much understanding of what I go through as a member of that community, it was great. It was really great. And it prepared me to meet everybody else when they first came. Because it was like, okay, I've made friends and I have people that I consider my people now, then everybody's gonna come in and it's gonna be like super easy to feel comfortable and reach out because I'm not nervous. Like the nerves got washed away after I did Smooth. And then when Manresa came around and I was meeting other people, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, just be myself, just be Alan. It works sometimes, and it was working this time. So it's like, so it's just like, it was great. It was just really great being able to have all those accesses. And like the Thrive Center, which is some place that I still go to after 4 years, it's just like an amazing place where you can meet people that you wouldn't think you would see around campus or have class with. They're all there just like with open arms. Shout out Sam Terry, the director of the Thrive Center. He's an amazing individual who's always looking and caring for the people that feel like they're underrepresented on campus. And it gets to a point where you don't even notice the underrepresentation because everybody is so willing. Everybody's so willing to connect with you. So, it's just great.
You get friends from all different types of backgrounds here, which is like really awesome.
Amazing.
To piggyback off of that, I didn't do smooth transitions because I didn't want to come earlier because I was so worried. However, even with like, there were events like during Manresa with like the BSA groups, the Black Student Association, and going there, because like Alan said, when I came here, I was worried. I was like how is it going to be? Just, I know it's going to be a little bit different. And going to those groups, it just really like, I was like, wow, this is really cool. It's something I wasn't expecting, just like the strong community within that. Like you mentioned, the Thrive Center, I definitely love going there. And after like kind of just being rooted in a community, because like even I feel like everybody here, when you come, you're looking for a community. And so it's like, it's not hard to find people. And after kind of getting rooted, it's like, you don't see the underrepresentation. It's like, wow, everything seems really normal. It's super cool.
And even if people leave, like, I know a lot of my friends are just like random people that I pick up in everyday life. Like I've worked at Starbucks on campus, and like the amount of friends that I've created just because I offered to give them a free drink, or was just like helping them at the, at the register and stuff. And I was just like, that's like enough for somebody to want to be friends with you. Like it's so easy.
No, that's like the whole thing with like friends and friend groups. I have like 5 or 6 different friend groups. And it's not even like I know that I do. It's like the one time I realized that I do is like at basketball games when I'm lining up or sitting down and like the multitude of people that just come like, oh, what's up, Alan? What's up, Alan? I'm just like, oh, hi, hello, how you doing? Yeah, what's up? How you doing? And it's just like, okay, so I haven't hung out with that person in like 2 weeks, but I hung out with that person like 2 days ago. But they still see me as like a close friend of theirs, and I'm like, it can get like overwhelming, but it's also like just great, especially being an out-of-state student who was nervous when they first came. Like, am I gonna have one friend? Now I have a lot of people that consider me their friends, just like I consider them. So it's just really great, and it's just based off the community that this campus provides, because you meet all these people in like different places, like whether it's at Starbucks or whether it's at a basketball game, whether it's in class, or even if it's just like at the hub playing basketball with them just once. Like they're gonna see you and want to say hi. So it's just really great, and that's what Xavier really provides in the long run. So.
Yeah, I think it's probably important to mention too that it's okay to not find your people right away. Like you're gonna meet so many people at first, and I know it's like sometimes you might think like, oh, I found a friend group, or oh, I found my people. Like it's normal for that friend group or those people to like kind of naturally drift away or like fall apart. Like that's going to happen as you get adjusted to college. Everyone is like different, everyone acts different during an adjustment period, but like once you settle and everyone else settles, like you will figure it out. Yeah. Like from someone who doesn't even know if they've found their people quite yet, but have good people in their life, like you will figure it out. I promise. There are friends here for you.
On the flip side of that, like speaking as a senior, I know you're a freshman, but speaking as a senior, like legitimately, I think some of my best friends probably are still from high school, and that's okay. like they don't need to be at Xavier. I have people here that they help me get through my time at Xavier, or they're good to hang out with while at school, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they have to be your lifelong friends. So like, you might not, and that's okay. So don't, feel bad if you don't find them, because I'm kind of in that boat where it's like, I have a lot of people that I would consider like good friends, but best friends that I'd tell my secrets to, like maybe not, and that's okay. Like that's okay. But it's different for everybody, and you're a first year, so give it time. I think you'll be all right.
Yeah.
You'll find some people for sure.
Yeah.
But
One last thing, it is okay to be worried or anxious no matter where you are. I can't lie, like coming here being a first generation student, like my parents not going to college, I was so worried about like being behind everybody else, and I had like a rough first 6 weeks, same way as you. Like I just didn't know if I found my people yet. You have way more friends than you know you do, and you'll find it out. Especially here, you don't find it out till like you'll be here for like semester, and then you're gonna bump into some person that you barely remember the name of, and then all of a sudden, randomly, they're gonna remember exactly who you are and catch up with you.
And where you're from.
Like
And your major.
there are gonna be days you have bad days, and you are gonna be nervous, and that even happens to be still right. And then it's always gonna happen. You're gonna see a person that you thought didn't even remember you. And that will be a constant reminder that you will have friends, and you will have way more friends than you know you just.
Well, and on that note, like, don't be afraid to be the person to reach out. Like, and in December, text that person from your Manresa small group that you hit off really well and then drift away from 2 weeks later. Like, that could become, like, your sophomore year roommate group. Like, that's kind of the position I'm in right now. Like, you never know. Like, you may drift away from some people, but it's not hard to rekindle those friendships.
Yeah.
And you're not weird for reaching out and texting, like, can we get lunch? Can we get dinner? Because I guarantee there are a lot of people, maybe even them, that are in the same position as you are.
That's a good question.
We went on a tangent for real.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta feel on a tangent for real. That obsession.
How is the food on campus? How do meal plans work?
Can I get this one?
Yeah.
I literally eat my thing. I love the cafeteria. The main reason I am staying on campus all 4 years is because I love the cafeteria so much. And even if you don't necessarily think the food is like the best food ever, I think we can all agree the people there, the workers.
I'm so glad you said it.
There are days, and this is a shame for me to admit, where I am literally crying. I'm crying in the cafeteria, and like my family here is them. Like I got Uncle Lamar, y'all know Elroy. Literally, Levi, he's cool. Yeah, my family at Xavier is them. If there was ever a time I need to speak with an older person or like just like a figure, the cafeteria is where you go. If you want to see people, if you're having a bad day, and you just want to see people you haven't seen in a while, go to the cafeteria. If you want to meet someone new, go to the cafeteria. I met someone new today. Like you can always do that. If you're ever having a bad day or you're like feeling homesick, it just like that's my safe space on campus, is the cafeteria, and that's they will feed you.
Pile that food onto your plates. Make sure
want
you're
more?
eating.
No, I'm not eating that much. No, I'm gonna keep dumping it. No, yeah.
Even
what's that?
outside of the caf, the food is like decent.
Mm-hmm.
And our dining dollars, we get like depending on how many you get, 200, or some people can get like 400. Like
Yeah.
I only get 200, and that's. Well, okay, let me not lie. It does not last me the whole semester because I go to Starbucks every single morning. But, like, it definitely, like, I don't know, I feel like that is always something that, like, I'll say, hey, do you want to meet at, I don't know, True Burger? And we get a burger and we do homework, and it's just, like, easy and simple and, like, tastes better than whatever I would cook out. So, yeah.
While we're on the topic of like CAF and family and everything like that, you forgot like one key person's name. I'm not gonna lie, the one and only Miss Reese.
Miss Reese pancakes in the morning.
Pancakes for real. Like once you get to campus, you're gonna have like faces of Xavier where you think about I don't know, like St. Francis Xavier or St. Ignatius, but I think Miss Reese's definitely up there. Like she's like she's definitely getting her jersey retired for real. Like she's getting her jersey retired. Miss Reese, the pancake she makes, the
She's in this
15-minute conversation she's gonna have with you before she gives you the pancake, but it's just like the most genuine and heartwarming conversation you can have with somebody. She had her own Manresa group named after her, like 1 year. Like she is that elite. And
Absolutely.
it's not that it's just like the pancakes she makes are like incredible. It's just like her connecting with you on like an early morning, because she makes pancakes like in the peak times of the morning for some people. And you just walk up there, you're like grudgy or upset because you have to wake up so early. And Miss Reese's there, like, "Hi, baby, how are you?" And I'm like, oh,
How you doing?
Miss Reese? Yo, like, yeah, what's up? Yeah, and I realized I'm smiling. Where like 30 seconds ago, I was like, "Why do I gotta wake up early for a bio lab?" You know, it's just they always make you forget. It's not just her; it's like everybody in the cab that always gets you to forget. And the food is top tier too. Like I would say, the breakfast food especially, like the pancakes, the omelets, peak stuff, elite. Yeah.
The lunch hits, the rice bowl.
I think just everything in general hits, and also like the times it's open. It being open for 12 plus hours a day is huge.
Yeah.
Because it's like you could go to class, finish off everything in class, and the caf will still be open waiting for you. And it could get busy, yes, but it's not busy enough for you not to get served or have a place to sit.
And to have
So it's great.
to have unlimited swipes and be able to go in
Yes.
any time of the day. When I had a meal plan and I was on campus, I would just go in and fill up my water bottle and grab like or grab like a banana or something like or a muffin ice cream or a cookie or something.
Or just get a cookie and just walk
Because
out.
you might as well because you can, but no, going into the caf and like still as a senior when I give tours sometimes and I go in there and Miss Reese's in there, Levi's in there, Jeff is in there, Ron's in there, and I can I dap them all up and I'm like, "What's up?" And like they're just it makes the family that I'm giving the tour to like, "Oh my gosh, this is really like a community." It's so cool.
Yeah. Also, just like food wise, like if you have allergies, I have like a really sensitive stomach, so like I'm very much like I need to eat at like the allergy section most of the time. Their food is so good. Like I have never felt so good after eating. Like I feel sick after eating anything, and like I genuinely will walk in there, feel so confident, and walk out and feel great. Like I like feel like I can like just eat whatever. They basically have the same stuff as everywhere else, except for obviously like gluten-free or whatever, lactose-free. And they even have like desserts and stuff so that like we don't feel left out in any way from all the rest of the experience of the caf.
Yeah. There's so many options too. Like, I mean, you can see like, oh, we only have one caf, but that doesn't mean that you're getting like fed the same meal every day. Like, I want to say we have like 6 different stations. You can get ramen, you can get like pasta, you can get pizza, you can get a burger if you want, and like it rotates. You know what I mean? So like the hot meal that's served at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you're not going to be eating the same thing on Tuesday as you are Wednesday. Like you have like time, and so you get that excitement when you see things are coming back. It's fantastic.
Does anybody want to touch base on the restaurants that we have on campus?
Yeah. We have a bunch of restaurants. I mean, that feels like just like an interview question. we have a bunch of different restaurants on campus. Especially in our student center, we have 4. We have a coffee shop, Iggy's Coffee. So it's just like in partnership with Starbucks. So it basically gives out Starbucks products, and it's also close to the residential quad, so it's pretty great, especially when you know that it's early in the morning, Starbucks is on top of the hill. Do I want to make that walk, or do I just want to go to the student center and get Starbucks light, basically? And then going downstairs, you have like 3. We have a Jersey Mike's, which is peak because it's like it's Jersey Mike's. You can never go wrong with Jersey Mike's. If you go wrong with the Jersey Mike's, just don't have the Jersey Mike's. But luckily, you never go wrong with the Jersey Mike's, so we can have it, which is great. And then next to it, we have a chicken shop called Absurd Bird. So they have like chicken tenders, fingers, sandwiches, things like that. And I personally love their tenders. I love the breading on the tenders. I'm not trying to go on critique, but love the breading, love the tenders in general, great. And then we have True Burger, which is just burgers, loaded fries, onion rings, everything like that, which is also really good food.
Milkshakes.
Yeah. Oh, love the milkshakes. I love the strawberry milkshakes, especially.
Yes,
I just love everything strawberry though, but you know. And yeah, so we have a bunch of other food options. We also have a Corrito, which is kind of like Chipotle, but on steroids because the food is it's made with affection and love. It's always fresh too.
So good.
And then obviously we have the Starbucks, which is always amazing because it's like just like a great little coffee feel to have early in the morning. I mean, if it wasn't on top of the hill, but you know it's worth it. You know.
And like off campus, but like kind of on campus, the Southern.
Yeah, Southern Grace, Southern Grace
If you
Eats.
feel like if you like Southern food and stuff. And then also something I wanted to bring up is also like during finals week, the priests do not want us to go hungry because they know that we're basically studying all the time, so they do serve breakfast. Is it like
Late night breakfast.
late night breakfast? I don't really remember what times they are, but like
It's like 9 p.m.
till
11.
till like 11 p.m. or something, where they'll be in there serving up breakfast and stuff in the caf, so that we can like study, and if we miss dinner, we can have breakfast. So,
Biggest advice I have is when you get here, get a Nutella shake from Corito.
oh my god,
Best thing that I've
mixed
like
Nutella
ever
shake.
consumed in my entire life. But I do think one thing we forgot is the pizza ATM.
Yes.
Love the pizza ATM. I mean, if it's 3 a.m. and you're like, wow, I'm hungry, like get yourself a pizza. Like
Yeah.
it's magic. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, don't feel shy too. Just get the pizza. Like
Yeah.
at 3 a.m., if you have a box of pizza in your hand, like if they're looking at you with judgment, they're just jealous.
Exactly.
So it's just like, get the pizza.
They have, like, the
Yeah,
best
they have the big
baked
chocolate
next
chip.
to it.
Oh, they also have the just baked. Yeah, but inside they have a big chocolate chip pizza. I have indulged a couple times, yes,
It's
but
delicious.
it's really good. So you should
Buffalo
definitely
chicken
do
is
same.
the best.
Thanks. Thanks.
And Better Blend.
Oh, shout out Better Blend. And University Eats and Arcade. Shout out that too. Shout out University Eats and Arcade.
We really have added. There's been a lot of
Yeah, there's been a lot of that. Like compared from my freshman year, there's been a lot of stuff. Freshman year was really good, but lately it's been on the come up. So yeah,
It's only gonna get better.
hey, shout out Xavier, shout out us, man.
Do we have how many questions?
Yeah, 2.
Two, zero.
Oh, you're so good. All right, what do you got? How much harder are college classes than the high school classes?
Oh my gosh.
Personally, hold on, because this is going to differ by major. This is going to differ big time by major. I think
Like the comps on it.
I really quickly think that it depends more on, instead of difficulty, difference. Like, so for example, any courses that I've taken in high school, in college, to me are easier in college than they were in high school. But oftentimes when you come here, so I'm in business analytics, they seem harder because they're different, right? Like I had no prior knowledge about data mining or database building, and I'm sure it's going to be the same for you, like about computer science or biology, right? I think that it's more about how different it is rather than how difficult it is.
Yeah,
It's kind of how I like to think about it.
yeah.
Everybody loves to say that ed majors is like easy, but
That looks at it all.
I hate those elementary math problems. No, could not do it.
First, I sit in accounting, I still don't really know what I'm teaching.
No, I feel we're just big A's because our majors are so hard.
Yes, the workload is like what the difference is for me. Like that's what's harder is like you really need to prioritize like doing your homework, and like I am not like in high school I didn't really need to make time for homework as much as like now I need to like set aside a specific amount of time to get my homework done to be able to like pass my classes, and like I have to go the extra mile to make sure that I like get to the finish line at the end of the day. Like it's a lot harder to prioritize it without like your parents being around as well. Like you need to really have discipline in yourself to be able to do it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think like for me, I'm really driven by the classes that I'm passionate about and like things that I want to do. So when I'm taking those, it's almost like takes zero effort for me to like be interested and engage in the curriculum. Now when I'm taking core classes, like for example, like if I'm taking, I don't know, English rhetoric or whatever, like I'm not going to sit there and be as involved, but
Yeah.
I'm still involved. I still show up. I do what I need to do in order to get a good grade and move on. But like at the same time, like I'm in professional selling right now with Karen Nietzler, and that is hands down one of the coolest classes I've ever taken. And I also am in a brand building class with PK. If you're a business student or marketing, take him. It's so cool. And it's so like applicable to what I want to do in the future. And I'm sure that as you all have different majors, and we're actually have a really good representation of different majors here, but like as you get into your major core classes, that stuff becomes way more interesting. And it's like, wow, this stuff's really, I'm going to use this like when I leave here. And I think that keeps it interesting. Those first 2 years, I think that's a good point. It's just different. Like it's just not stuff you've seen before. But the way that it's structured is very similar, and all your professors want you to succeed. So they're not gonna, they don't want to fail you. So like that's another thing. Having that smaller class size and being able to go up to your professors and have a relationship with them, like, that matters.
They know who you are.
I
Oh, they know who you are.
They will track you down.
They'll email you.
Just to make sure you succeed. They will track you down just to make.
Call you.
Like, I once had a professor email me and be like, "This paper did not sound like you," and it wasn't like I used like ChatGPT or something like that. It was just generally like not a good paper I wrote. And she was like, "You could do it better. I'm gonna let you resubmit the paper," and I did better. So shout out. You know, that professor deserves a shout out. Shout out Rita Rossi for real. I hope she watches this. She's like top one professor I've ever had at Xavier. She was actually my first ever professor I had. So first best. Shout out her. But going into like when it comes to like the difference between college classes and high school classes, like Austin said, it's not really like it's hard. It's just like the shock factor of how different the curriculum is gonna maybe catch you off guard, but it's also gonna make you realize that you have to apply yourself a little bit more and realize that you are growing up. So things are not gonna be as simplistic as they were when you were in high school. Like me being a computer science major, like I would tell somebody that the first word that comes out of their mouth is nerd, but then the second word that comes out of their mouth is wow, it's so hard. Well, that's not a word, it's a sentence. But like, wow, that is so hard. That is close enough. Wow, that is so hard. How do you get through this? How are you like involved in so much stuff when you're a computer science major? It's not that it's hard. It's just like, it's challenging, yes, but it's a challenging because you have to apply yourself. And once you do apply yourself, you're gonna see how smooth everything is. And applying yourself is not just how well you do in classwork or homework assignments. It's also about how much of a relationship you build with your professor and how willing you are to communicate with them. Like using office hours, which is something that professors offer, to be able to go talk to them about coursework, about homework assignments, about even like your learning style, like how you are in class. Like if you're more of a visual learner than an audio learner, if you get distracted pretty easily and need accommodations, they will help you out in that way. The CS department, like Liz Johnson, Nathan Summer, shout out to the both of them, love them both. They have been really helpful for me, especially. So just having like people that act as a support system more than even professors is really beneficial, but it's all about applying yourself, you know. Like once you do that, you should be set.
Yeah. Well, yeah, kind of going off that because I'm still pretty fresh out of high school, I would say one of the biggest differences I noticed was not in the workload, but in the way professors present themselves compared to like those teachers you have in like grade school and high school. Because like, I mean, my first college class, my professor was cracking jokes. Like, there were some not so nice words coming out of his mouth, and I was like, he's a real person. Like, and you're gonna find professors that are a little more like oriented, like they were high school teachers. But the biggest thing is like they know that you're real people, they know that you're adults, and they're going to treat you that way, but they're also gonna understand what you're going through.
I was literally just
agree.
about to say.
That's not gonna fly in college. Yes, it is.
Yes,
It actually is gonna fly in college.
I got extra credit for singing.
There
you
go.
Like, most of the challenge and like most of it is literally just showing up to your classes. If you show up and you're there, you get that attendance grade, like you're good.
Yeah, and it's so funny. Like some of the things that we do in college is not gonna fly in high school, but I'm done with high school, so it's like now it's gonna fly, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and a lot of your professors will care about your opinion too.
Yeah.
Like my philosophy professor on Wednesday, he was like, "How much extra credit do you guys think you should get for filling out the course evaluation?" With the first person, we said 5. He gambled for 3, but like, so like they're going to ask. Like they're like, I know a lot of mine have even strayed away from the syllabus a little because like they listen to students and what they want. And I can't speak for every professor, but I can say most of the ones that like I guarantee we all have had and like that people speak about are like those kinds of professors.
yeah, most definitely.
I can say like just as like a biology major, I still agree with like Austin. Like it's just different. Like granted, I've never experienced going to 2-3 hour labs in a week, but it's just something like it's just something you end up getting used to. Like, oh yeah, wow, it's already been 2 hours and 30 minutes, only 30 minutes left, and it's not something like you're very like, you know, just used to doing, but it's just like it's different. And now I'm getting more acquainted with it, even with chemistry being like one of my hardest courses. I never had to have a tutor go to office hours and a group tutoring, but now I'm doing it and now I'm succeeding because like everyone mentioned like the professors want you to succeed.
Yes.
Even like my Spanish professor, like my grade like isn't as good as I'd like it to be, and I was like, is there any way I can have some extra credit? He's like, yeah, think up something and then we can work it out. Like, do the extra credit and I'll figure out how I can apply this. I'm like, yes. Yeah, it's definitely something you'll get used to it, and like you kind of said, like once you get into stuff you're just more interested in. Like I'm taking genetics next semester and I'm way too excited. Like this is gonna be way better than ecology.
Yeah.
Nice. Who's your bio lab professor?
Sarah Bolts, I'm bio 2.
Valid.
Oh, she's cool. All right, you gotta get the last one.
Sure. I had Conley. Conley is great too. She's very
I
precious.
had Blair. Blair.
Oh, well, supposed
Brett
to.
Blair's the GOAT.
Yeah, right now.
We have him together.
Oh, really? He's the goat. Okay. Final question. What happens if I get a random roommate and we don't get along? So funny enough, I mean, it happened to me too. So anybody can start. Really, I think we all have something to say.
I had randoms, like I talked about earlier. I was far from home, very scared about meeting people, and what didn't help is that, shout out y'all, I love you guys. I did not have the best time. Like I had to move out after 6 weeks. But some real highlights, like some things to first note, for like advice no matter where you go, is that like I always felt that the difference was you don't know what you like to live with until you leave home. So my actual issue, like I'm gonna be serious, my problem, my room needs to be cold. My room, and I didn't know that. I didn't know that was that big of a deal until I came to college, right? So I couldn't fall asleep. If my room was not cold, literally I would go restless nights. Like I would call my parents and they were like, "You're not sunshine today. Like what's going on?" I was terrible those first 6 weeks. So things like that. And I think just a big thing to focus on, really for me, was first of all, the process of moving was really good. I met my favorite person ever. I'm Eduardo. Shout out Eduardo. I love you. Yeah, that's my best friend. But like, one of the things I noticed is that even though I like them as people, I'm still friends with my roommates for the first time. It's really not about how you get along as people and more about how you get along as you live. And you're going to hear the hard times. And I didn't listen. Like my parents told me that, and I did listen to them, right? Like we had all the same hobbies and not all the same interests. Just terrible living together. So I think like the biggest thing, right, was like really, you're picky about more things than you know you are. Like you don't notice you're picky, right, because your family's used to it. You've had your intricate things your whole life until you go into the real world and you're with a bunch of people who've also been the same way. So honestly, it ends up fine. Like the process here for moving rooms is really easy. They had me in a new room in 2 days.
Yeah, and I feel like they also have like, there's like enough housing, like extra housing that they can move you so easily. Like I had to do it my sophomore year, so I get it. But it was literally just like a little form, and then they were helping me move all my stuff out like the next day. So
Yeah, living with a roommate made me love my mom even more.
Oh my
because
gosh, yeah.
because I kind of realized that I am pretty antsy when it comes to how clean my space is. And I did the same thing back home. Like I would even get on my mom and I'd be like, "Mom, that's not supposed to be there." And I realized when I had a roommate and I would tell my roommate that like straight up, "Yo, not gonna lie, I don't like the space we are in right now. Could something be done about it? Because I'm gonna do something about it, or are you?" Like so I'm a great friend, don't get me wrong, but I'm not like, I would say, I don't know. I would say that I'm a person who just wants the better of the room, and I will call you out on that. But it's very, and like it's in a good way. It's not like in a way that I would like go at you about it. It's just in a way that I want both of us to have a great living experience. So I need to, preface that so you understand. And I feel like there's a lot of people like that. So when you first come in and you have a random roommate, I always like to say it's a 50-50 chance that it goes well. And a 50-50 chance that it goes bad. If it goes bad, there's a lot of resources like Rest Life and your RA that can help you out. If there's a possibility that you can't move out of the room, that's fine. Your RA is going to be there to support you. But they will also, the first thing they're going to ask you is, would you like to leave? Which is always a great thing to ask first, because like if you do want to leave, they will help you effective immediately. So having that support system is great, but it's going to happen. Even if you're rooming with your friends, like they're your friends, but in high school, you guys, unless you guys lived together and had a living situation, you guys didn't live together in high school. So it's going to get to the point that even your best friend is a dirty person and you're a clean person. Your best friend likes heat and you like the cold. Your best friend comes back at 5 a.m. in the nighttime and you're just in bed watching Gossip Girl or something. Like, it's going to happen. So you just have to either get used to it and find like the alternatives to end up like feeling more comfortable in yourself, or just kind of like switch some things up and accommodate for both you and your roommate. But I would suggest doing the first thing, like looking out for number one. You know, looking out for yourself and making sure your college experience, especially as a first year, is the best one to start off with. So
Yeah, what I think kind of going off of that, like, you're not the problem if you speak up about something you're
Yeah.
not happy about. Like, it's your room as much as it is theirs. Like, there has to be compromises both ways. And, like, if you're not having a good time, that's exactly what the RAs are there for. That's exactly what the hall directors are there for. Like, it's okay to be like, I'm not okay with this.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree with that because some people just have completely different lifestyles than you. Like, I met my roommate early June, maybe late May, and we FaceTimed every day. We got along so well. Like, genuinely, we loved talking to each other. And then we get in the same room, and we're like 2 weeks in, like, that was horrible. like genuinely, like, she's going to sleep at 10, I'm up at 2 still studying, and she's like, what are you doing? Like, you're so loud. I'm like, my bad, you know, and it's just like, we just had like very different lifestyles. You know, sometimes people are really used to like having like a lot of people in their space, and other people are like, people never came into my room.
That's how.
And yeah, so it ends up being
That's
like,
fine.
My friend was always, or my roommate, she was my friend, and then she ended up leaving, but she like was always having people in my room, and like they'd be walking in out at like 2 in the morning, and like it got to the point where I was literally like so tired, I was mad.
Yeah.
I would get out of bed, hair crazy, and I was like, you guys need to leave my space, like go to bed. But like after a while she learned, and like
yeah,
sometimes you need to just like wait it out, and like it will just fix itself, because like we just happen to grow up very different. But
yeah.
I don't know. Is anybody here an RA? Or
I
has
want to
a-
be an RA next year because my RA this year was so good. Like, genuinely, like, I feel like you kind of mentioned just like looking out for yourself and stuff, because like you have to. My experience for the first like month and a half, I was more homesick because I didn't like my living situation, and my RA being able to like fix that like so quickly and things like that. Like, of course your RA is gonna ask you like, hey, like, let's have a conversation like with you and your roommate and see if we can figure things out, and we just couldn't. And so with that being said, now my experience is so much better. I'm a lot less homesick, and seeing that she was like so helpful, I want to be an RA next year. So
I'm not an RA, but I feel like that's a really like good route, and I probably would have been an RA in hindsight. My mom was in college, and that is probably why I wasn't an RA. It was because I was like, well, I don't want to do it if my mom did. But I was in,
responsibility.
there is a lot of responsibility, and like at the same time you do get your room and board covered. You also get to live by yourself. There are some benefits to it, and as an only child, living with people was an adjustment, I'll say that. Not on my end, but just like, as I'm a very clean person. Alan, you alluded to being clean. Like, I'm a clean person. I like it cold. I do have my preferences, but I'm also flexible. Like, I'm good with a compromise, and sometimes there were just instances where that wasn't the case, but that's okay. But you can be an RA, like you said. You can be like a mentor to people in your hall, and you can be there for them, which is part of what being a Xavier is about, is leaving it better than you found it. Shout out President Hamish.
Yeah.
Well, and like to kind of sum that up, like it's okay to be figuring out yourself too. Like, I mean, it's okay to be like a month in and being like, wow, I love my roommate so much, and then things can go downhill from there. Like that does happen. Like, you do change while you're here, even in a short amount of time, because like college is that big of an adjustment, especially if you've never lived with like someone that's not a sibling before. So like, it is okay to like think that something's okay and agree to something, and then to backtrack because you realize it's not. Like, that's a normal thing to do.
Genuinely,
Yeah.
it is. Like, your best friend could be your worst roommate ever. Like, and it's fine. Like, man, I don't know. It's like it's like a massive possibility, because my first year, my roommate, shout out him, he's a great friend. We still like acknowledge each other. Like, we don't live together anymore, but like we acknowledge each other, like say hi to each other, talk, catch up a little bit. But we weren't like the best in terms of chemistry as roommates. And I came to realize, especially my sophomore year, like it's perfectly fine. Like, first off, he was like a random roommate pairing. So I came into that mindset that I'm not expecting the greatest or the worst, and like the middle, like. So it helps you realize that in the long run, you're gonna have somebody that you can call a friend for life, but it's not that you guys have to live together. You know, you can be friends, you can hang out, but it's okay that you guys don't have like the greatest compromise in terms of living together, because like I said, looking out for yourself is very important to your mental health. So when you're taking care of yourself, you'll be able to take care of the relationships that you have. So having a good roommate is good, but if you have a bad one, it's not like it's the end of the world. Just, you know, reach out, look for a compromise. If that doesn't work out, move out. There's really no shame in moving out. Like, genuinely, if you think that there's gonna be like a long line of people waiting for you as you have all your luggages packed, going to the next room over, that's not gonna happen. You could even do it like 2 a.m. Like, you could just leave. So it's really okay in the long run. So.
Well, I think that about kind of ends it up. Well, thank you guys for listening to us kind of answer some of those questions and talk about our experiences. We obviously hope to see you on campus next year in a couple years. And we know that hopefully Xavier's the right place for you.
Not me though, but you know,
Oh,
take
yeah.
care, guys.
Some of us hope to see you out here next year.
I'll probably see you at a basketball game or something.
And hopefully this helped you kind of see what the Xavier experience is all about and kind of visualize yourself here. So, yeah.